World War I, spanning from 1914 to 1918, had far-reaching implications that extended beyond the borders of Europe. The contributions and challenges faced by British India during this global conflict offer a nuanced perspective on the war's impact on a region that was part of the vast British Empire. This video delves into the multifaceted role played by British India during World War I, encompassing military contributions, socio-economic transformations, and the seeds of nationalism that would later shape the subcontinent. 1. The call to arms. Indian soldiers in the trenches. British India, with its diverse population, made significant contributions to the Allied war effort. Indian soldiers, forming the British Indian Army, were deployed to various fronts, including the Western Front, Gallipoli, Mesopotamia, and East Africa. Their bravery and sacrifices on distant battlefields underscored the imperial nature of the conflict. 2. The Mesopotamian Front. Challenges and achievements. Indian troops played a pivotal role in the Mesopotamian campaign against the Ottoman Empire. Despite facing challenging conditions and the harsh Mesopotamian environment, Indian forces achieved notable successes, including the recapture of Basra and the relief of the besieged garrison at Kut al-Amara. 3. Home front. Socio-economic transformations. The war brought about significant socio-economic changes in British India. The demand for resources and manpower led to increased industrial production and agricultural output. The war effort also accelerated urbanization and fostered a sense of economic self-sufficiency. 4. The impact of war on Indian society. The war influenced Indian society in various ways. The recruitment of Indian soldiers, often from rural areas, created a sense of mobility and exposure to different cultures. Additionally, the war prompted the emergence of new industries, contributing to the gradual transformation of Indian society. 5. Political ramifications. Seeds of nationalism. The war had political ramifications as well. The British Indian government, seeking support for the war, made promises of political reforms in return. However, the post-war implementation of these reforms fell short of expectations, sowing the seeds of Indian nationalism and fueling demands for self-determination. 6. The Ghadar movement. Dissent and nationalism. The war also witnessed the emergence of dissent and nationalist movements. The Ghadar Party, formed by Indian expatriates in North America, sought to foment rebellion against British rule. While their efforts were largely suppressed, the Ghadar movement contributed to the burgeoning sense of Indian nationalism. 7. The impact of the influenza pandemic. The closing chapter of the war saw the emergence of the influenza pandemic. British India, already grappling with the aftermath of the conflict, was severely affected. The pandemic exacerbated existing socio-economic challenges, claiming a significant number of lives across the subcontinent. 8. Post-war discontent. Jallianwala Bagh and beyond. The aftermath of World War I witnessed heightened tensions. The infamous Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919, where British forces opened fire on a peaceful gathering in Amritsar, became a symbol of British repression and fueled demands for independence. 9. Legacy. Towards independence. The experiences of British India during World War I left an enduring legacy. The contributions of Indian soldiers, the socio-economic changes, and the unfulfilled promises of political reform converged to shape the trajectory of the Indian independence movement, ultimately leading to the end of British colonial rule in 1947. 10. Conclusion. The complex tapestry of British India in World War I. British India's journey through World War I was marked by contributions, challenges, and the seeds of change that would reverberate in the years to come. The war became a catalyst for socio-economic shifts, political aspirations, and the burgeoning spirit of Indian nationalism that would ultimately reshape the destiny of the subcontinent.